Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast. Once again, my name is Allergic Matt. Yes, for those of you who are not in the Prescott, Northern Arizona area, allergies are in full bloom times 10, especially with this insane windy-ass storm we have going on right now. So if it sounds like I'm underwater or I'm drunk or I'm stuffed up, or all three, it's because my allergies are kicking my butt and I'm taking as many drugs as I can. Legal ones, mostly. With me, as always, my good buddy who is not an allergy sufferer like me, Mysterious Mike Talent.
Hey man, I get some allergies sometimes, but right now I'm feeling okay.
I know you're allergic to bullshit. What else are you allergic to, Mike?
No, that was pretty funny. You were really quick on that one. Oak pollen. I am allergic to oak pollen.
So you're allergic to wood.
Yeah. You know, makes me wonder why I like the flaccid penis, huh?
It does. If you're so allergic to it, you know, I mean, why would you want it if you're going to sneeze and, you know, cough and choke? But is the coughing and choking really part of the allergies, Mike? We know better. Yeah,
well, it's kind of, you know, opposites attract.
Sure. All right. That works, even though it's the samesies. So, okay. All right. I'm not going to dick around too much because Mike is on a schedule. He is very exhausted. I am running late and very allergic. So this week for Real Film Nerds, episode number 317, we're talking about a movie based on a board game, based on a novel or fiction or whatever. I don't know. There's so much things going on. We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Mysterious Mike Talent, why don't you go ahead and break this one down?
All right, Matt. So this one was directed by John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein, and it was also written by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly and Michael Giello. Screenplay story by. And this movie is starring Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Reggae Jean Page, maybe, Justice Smith, Sophia Lilas, Hugh Grant, and Chloe Coleman. And this movie is about a charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a lost relic, but things go dangerously awry when they run afoul of the wrong people.
Mike, first impressions. Ready, set, go.
Dude, I thought it was a lot of fun. I actually have played Dungeons and Dragons and things, and although I didn't really see a whole bunch of stuff like that, I could see kind of how it was and some of the roles and how the people were put together. But, you know, I had a lot of fun. I think a lot of people who think this movie, you have to be like an ultra nerd. You don't have to. Like, it's pretty much just a movie, you know, like, and I think that's what they wanted. I think there's some things in there, but I didn't catch too much stuff, but I'm sure there's stuff in there that are for the ultra nerds, but it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie, man.
Mike, when did you play D&D?
Well, the first time I played it was like, I think 8th or 9th grade at one of these guys' houses, and then my parents got mad at me because they said it was the devil.
Okay, because yeah, that was one of the reasons I was not allowed to play it, is because in the 80s, they came out with all kinds of news programs and reports and magazine articles about how Dungeons and Dragons was the devil, and so was heavy metal music and all that. If you want to see a little snippet of what went on, they talk about it a little bit in the Netflix original Stranger Things. But yeah, that's why I could never play D&D when I was growing up, because it was evil and satanic. And people are wiser now because they tend to go and do research and find out, oh no, it's not at all. It's just a game.
Yeah. And then more recently, I played with some of my nerdy friends. Matt, I have a somewhat regular but not super regular nerd night where we go and play board games and various things. And we played Dungeons and Dragons before, but it's a little bit. It can take a really long time to do different like quests or whatever. So sometimes we don't have enough time to do that. So we play some other games.
Dude, so one of my former girlfriends was heavy into D&D, loved it. She went every Monday to the game store and played. She had a quest that I think was going for like 3 years every Monday.
Wow, man. Yeah. No, yeah. Totally believable. Dungeons and Dragons is kind of, as much as you want to put into it, you can get out of it. It's pretty neat in that way, and it's very imaginative, and I don't know. It's a fun game.
Well, what I like today is that they have themed Dungeons and Dragons. It's just Dungeons and Dragons is a generic term nowadays. It's a game, but it's a generic term for basically a role-playing game. But they have D&D style Star Wars, anything you can imagine. The Star Wars one obviously interests me the most, but there's ones to do with like city building. There's ones to do with futurism. There's sci-fi ones. It's not just Dungeons and Dragons straight up. Like, that's the original. Yes, they're the first. But you can go to a game store and get a book. You can buy your dice, and you can do your own kind of D&D on any other style that you want. I mean, that's why there's so many out there, is because it's such a successful style of gameplay.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. When you invest in it and stuff. Yeah, Matt, what did you think about this movie? Did you think it was fun, or what are your first impressions?
Okay, so I don't know if you're going to hear from it or not later on at the end of this podcast. I have not talked with Ma Hinshaw yet, but Ma Hinshaw did not have a chance or time to do a cookies on John Wick Chapter 4, even though she really wanted to. She gave it a perfect score, 5 out of 5 cookies, by the way. She loved John Wick, which is amazing for my mom. She's not super huge into action. But I'm hoping to discuss it with my mom after this, but my mom was up here visiting me, and we went and saw Dungeons and Dragons together. And you know what? I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's not a mind-bending movie. It's not some incredible film like John Wick or, something like that, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You don't really need to think a whole lot about it. You just kind of enjoy it. The thing that I didn't anticipate, though, was this is a heavy creature movie. There's a lot of really fun, interesting, and just crazy creatures.
That's true. There are quite a few crazy creatures in this. It's got a lot of creatures, which is neat. I don't think it's a spoiler, Matt. Is it a spoiler to talk about the one large fire-breathing thing?
Maybe, because it's not in the trailer. Now, the one that was really fun is the owl bear. The owl bear is in the trailer, so you can talk about that one. But I think the other one we need to talk about later. But I'd say it's a monster movie, but it's not a monster movie. There's scary creatures in it. There's fun creatures in it. There's cool creatures in it. There's helpful creatures. There's all kinds of just animals and monsters, and they're not really animals. There's some, there's a lot going on outside of just the human characters in this, and I really like that. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. No, it was a fun movie, man. From beginning to end, I liked the whole thing, actually. So it was good. Well, it's too early for this, Matt, but there was a fun cameo in it.
Okay, we'll get to that later, Mike. We will get to that later. If you want to get to it, we can get to it now. You're the one that controls the show from this aspect.
Oh, yes. Okay, Matt. Well, what are you drinking this fine allergy-driven day? Do you have something that kicks away the allergies, just clears out those nostrils?
I do. It's called Jameson, but that's not what I'm drinking. I'm drinking just a good old-fashioned Miller High Life, the champagne of beers, because it was the first thing I saw, and I was running late, and I just was like, okay, we need to record.
Nice, dude. I am drinking a Sierra Nevada Hop Bullet. It is a hoppy IPA, of course.
I think that's what you had last week, too.
Yeah, I'm going through those.
Was it another one on special?
Yeah.
So Mike's beers literally are special beers.
Yeah. Sometimes I get those BOGOs, buy one, get ones. Those are great.
Okay, Mike. So, you know what? I don't want to get too off topic, but that store you always shop at that you like so much, Aldi, and I've never seen in Arizona.
Yeah?
Dude, I saw one in Arizona.
Oh, yeah? Where?
Goodyear.
Nice, dude.
I was like, man, I want to stop and like grab some beers or just go check it out because I've never been in one, but I was going to a baseball game, so I didn't stop.
Well, they're out there, Matt.
I know. Well, I just never seen them in Arizona, so I'm going to have to find one and check it out. So, okay, I'll get back on topic. Mike, most important part of the podcast for you. Mike, what is this week's dad joke?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
Matt, why didn't the cat go to the vet?
Because I had 9 lives?
He was feline fine.
That's pretty rough, yeah. Of course, to go along with my allergies, Mike rubs salt in the wounds by talking about cats, the thing I'm most allergic to in this world.
Yeah. I felt like, it could be worse. It's to remind you it could be worse, man. You could have a cat crawling on your lap right now.
I'm fine with them as animals, but I'm not fine with them on what they do to my body. It is honestly like if you're not allergic to cats, you don't understand. It's painful. It's literally painful not being able to breathe. My eyes feel like someone's dropping lighter fluid in them, lighting them on fire. It's fucking horrible. It's hell. Absolute hell. And for some reason, the current girlfriend cannot understand that. And cannot understand why I don't want to move in with her because of her fucking cat.
Whoa, Matt. Little too much. Too much there, buddy.
Dude, you kicked open the fucking door. I just walked through it.
All right. Matt, I'm actually allergic to cats, but I don't have as nearly as severe as you do.
Dude, one of my worst was at your fucking house. You remember when you were in college?
Yeah.
I was sleeping on the couch. Dude, I almost fucking died. I could not breathe at all. And I told you you had 3 cats back then?
4.
4. It was either 3 or 4. And I remember I woke up in the middle of the night and all fucking 4 of them were standing on my chest and my stomach. And I was just like, God, they just know. They fucking know.
They do, man. You know cats. They're all little assholes.
They are. They're fucking horrible. God. Okay. All right. Back on topic.
They probably were like, let's see if he actually stops breathing.
Yeah. Let's see if we can kill this motherfucker. See if the coroner shows up tomorrow. God, it was so bad. I was so fucking, that was bad. Although honestly, it wasn't any worse than like one cat. It was pretty much just the same. There was just more of it, I guess.
Yeah. You got all the danders.
Yeah, it's not just the dander. It's a lot. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's fucking horrible. For those of you who love cats, great, good on you. But for me, no. Sorry. So, anyways, okay, Mike. How does Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
All right, Matt. Thanks for asking. This one's not too bad. The director, or one of the directors, John Francis Daly, also wrote the screenplay for Spider-Man Homecoming.
See, that was pretty easy. That's one of the main people.
Yeah. It's interesting because he was big on the Bones show, so I recognize him. But he's done a lot of stuff. Like he was in Waiting and like all kinds of stuff. So he's got quite a big career.
The Bone Show, is that a porno?
No. Bones, like with the forensic anthropologist.
Sure. Why not?
You didn't watch obviously you didn't watch the show.
No, I did not.
Yeah. Anyway, it was about solving murders like 90% of the shows. But they had to figure it out from like the evidence from Bones.
So was it like CSI Bones?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did they call the show? No, they didn't call it CSI Boners, did they?
No, it's not. It wasn't a CSI, but it was it was produced on Fox. So it was like an answer to CSI since that was on CBS.
So then why did you watch it? Or do you like CSI too, Mike?
I love CSI, man. It's fun.
Okay. Not my thing. Sorry.
Well, it's either, you choose a cop show or you choose a murder show. And sometimes they're the same show.
I'll just rewatch The Shield. That's a great show.
See? There you go. There's a cop show.
But it doesn't, well, no, it probably has bones in it.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a show, Matt, that was on Fox for, I don't know, 10 years called Bones. And he was one of the main characters.
Now, his name was Bones, or did he research Bones? I'm so confused.
No. The main doctor in it is... man, now you're going to have me look up all these people.
Did he, eat the bones? Okay, we don't need to do that. We need to talk about Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, because we're now in the spoiler section, so we can talk about the spoilers, Mike.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, Matt. What spoiler do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm just going to say this first off before we get too much into spoilers. I should really try and remember to do this, but I definitely recommend people go see this movie, especially in the theaters. It's a lot of fun. It's not going to win any awards or set any records or blow your mind, but it's just a fun, good time. And yeah, it's just fun and it's a good time and you don't have to think about it. And it takes you away from the perils and horribleness of everyday life.
There you go, Matt. That was diving deep there at the end, but no, it is a great movie. It is a lot of fun, and you don't have to be like a nerd to know about Dungeons and Dragons. It's like I understand that's kind of what it's based on, but you don't have to be. It's just a lot of fun. It is very very well done.
Okay, Mike. Oh, geez. See, now the allergy medication is making me fall asleep. Okay, Mike. Go ahead. Now you can spoil it. You want to talk about the fat dragon? I know you really wanted to talk about that earlier.
I did want to talk about the fat dragon, dude. That was awesome.
Dude, that shit was hilarious. That's one thing. Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves reminds me very much of like the first Guardians of the Galaxy or like Thor Ragnarok. Like there's enough humor in it to make it fun, but it's not overwhelming and silly and dumb like the most recent Thor film that really upset me.
Gotcha. Matt, I love the cameo with Bradley Cooper.
Yes, that was good. That was really good.
It was fun, man. And he was a small person, and then she's like this ripped woman. It was very fun.
I do have to compliment Michelle Rodriguez. Like, she's always been very in shape and toned, but she's never been like cut and like bulked up. Maybe it was half of her costume or what, but her arms were pretty swollen there, Mike. She looked really much the part. And that was what her character was supposed to be, is not so much like this barbarian, but this strong, very powerful woman, not just woman, but character that can throw people like literally across the screen and stuff. And she embodied it. She looked good. She really, really looked the part.
She did, dude. She did. It was a good cast. Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez played well off of each other because they're kind of like opposites but together. And Yeah, and I even like what was his name? The character, the sorcerer, was it Justin?
Justice Smith. Yeah, he played Simon.
Yeah, Justice Smith. I like Simon's character because he's just kind of this little guy that Chris Pine believed could do better than he was, and I thought that was great.
Yeah, he gave the little man a chance, which was awesome. And then, of course, was it Reggie Jean Page? His character was amazing. The Paladin, that dude was just like the ultra badass. And they even made fun of him for it. Like, look, he's just going to walk in a straight line. Look, he's not going to walk around that stone. And he didn't. He just walked right over it. So much fun.
It was funny. They were like, they did make fun of him. And he was such an interesting character, the way he spoke.
Yeah, no, he did a very good job. He was one of my favorite actors in the film. Of course, Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez did a fantastic job. And so does Hugh Grant. I mean, we're in spoilers, we can do this, but Hugh Grant's the villain. And he does a wonderful job being a villain.
Yeah, Hugh Grant's been kind of in, couple movies we've watched just recently, and he was great in both of them.
A villain in both of them, too.
Yeah, he was great, though. I don't know what the resurgence is. Maybe he's just, I don't know, maybe he had other things going on. Who knows?
I don't know, man, but it's fun. I like it. I enjoyed it. I think he did a great job. I think they all did a really good job. Honestly, I don't know how you could make this film too much better other than maybe the story, and some of the CGI was a little rough, but the cinematography was decent, nothing earth-shattering. The story was good. The comedy was fun. The acting was fun. It might have been a little long, but it didn't feel super long. They developed the characters pretty good. They jumped, they did some kind of time jumping here and there. I'll speak on one of those when they are waiting for the one councilman to come from the council of peers for the jail, and it turns out to be a giant bird, and they jump on him and jump out the window. That was good. That was really funny.
Dude, that was awesome. I was I kept thinking that there was something he knew him, or they but no, it was we just need a bird and we're just gonna fly. It was awesome. And then as they're falling, they're we approved your release.
We approved your pardon. They're just shit. And then the callback to it at the end of the movie with Hugh Grant was pretty funny too. That he tried it too, and it was a brick wall.
Yeah, they're not gonna have that happen twice.
No, it was good. It was a good callback. It was fun.
Yeah, no, this movie was fun. I mean, even the evil witch lady, she was great. The what do they call them? Red witch, red something, right?
The red sorcerers, I think.
Yeah, she was a good, just super evil character.
Well, I didn't understand her a whole lot because she was clearly a puppet under the main red sorcerer, or red wizard, or whatever. Because they show him and they're talking at one scene, and that's when you find out that she's one of the red wizards or whatever. But then you never see him again for the rest of the movie, even though clearly she's doing all this to appease him. But she's not, but she is. Maybe I didn't understand that. That's one of the story things that fell through the cracks for me.
Well, they do show him again when he does the thing with the red whatever gas.
Yeah, but she was the one doing it. It wasn't him.
No, but when they're giving you the what happened or whatever before.
Oh yeah, the first time? No, I was just talking. So you see him in the shadows and he talks to her, and then you don't see him as a person again. You just see the flashbacks.
Oh yeah, no.
Even though
true.
she's the one, he's controlling her and telling her what to do and how to do it. You would think he would have made an appearance at the end when they were doing the red mist stuff again to the rest of the town, because she was doing it for him, not herself.
Yeah, but I think she was just like a tentacle of many, many tentacles. They're trying to do that all over the place. That's what I got the feeling.
Okay, all right. I just think it should have shown him maybe pop up after she got her ass kicked and be like, I'll get you, or because clearly it leaves it open for a sequel.
Dude, I love the portal out of Hugh Grant's mouth in the like hot air balloon in the little games thing.
That
and
was
all
fun.
the treasure.
Dude,
that was awesome.
Well, that's one thing I just liked in general. That was totally a video game, reference. That was from the video game Portal. They even used like the same colors. They had red for one and blue for the other. I love that. That was such a fun idea. I still really give mad props to those college kids that invented that game.
Yeah, no, that was a cool game.
I kind of wish they would implement it in other first-person shooters, but shit, dude, I don't have time to play video games, so I don't know. Maybe they have.
Well, anyway, let's see. What else can we say about this movie, man? I don't know. We liked it.
It was good.
It was a great cast.
It was fun. I don't think we have too much more, Mike.
Yeah, go see it in the theaters.
Yeah, definitely go see it in the theaters. Mike, how many reels do you give Dungeons and Dragons?
Man, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 reels. I had a great time.
Wow, Mike. Wow. You did have a great time. You had a better time than me because I only give it 3.5.
Well, sometimes that can happen, Matt.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't have anything ill to speak of it. It's just some things could have been tweaked. Some things could have been better. Some things could have been worse for sure. But okay, Mike, then why don't you tell our lovely listeners what we're going to watch next week?
All right. So next week, we are going to be watching the movie Air about the marketing campaign created around Air Jordans.
Yeah, it says it follows the history of shoe salesman Sonny Vaccaro and how he led Nike in his pursuit of the greatest athlete in the history of basketball, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy that they identified this from the very beginning.
Dude, they made an entire freaking industry. He made an entire industry. And who knew it was going to become as niche as it's become in recent years, where people seek these shoes out and pay thousands and thousands of dollars for them.
Yeah, no, I would have never known. And I was shocked that they still even make Jordans. And they're still, man, the guy's a billionaire for a reason.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is the cast and also the director. Ben Affleck directed it. He also is a co-star in it. Matt Damon, Jason Bateman. It's got a pretty killer cast, dude. I think this will be fun. Oh, Viola Davis. You can't forget Viola Davis. She plays Michael Jordan's mom.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, she'll be she's always a great character, so this will be fun.
Yeah, dude, I think it'll be a fun movie. Maybe not fun. It's actually probably more serious. I think it's probably a pretty serious drama, but I think there'll be some interesting things in the film.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it, man. It looks really interesting. I wonder how it's all going to go down.
Actually, you know what? It actually comes out today, Wednesday, April 5th. Because Easter, all the new movies are releasing on Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Oh, get a little extra bang for their buck?
I'm guessing something. But anyways, all right, Mike. So next week, Air. What else you got to add other than go to your theaters, go watch Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, go watch Air. Just keep going to your theaters and support them because a lot of people are not going. Now, they did get going for John Wick, though.
Yeah, no, and go see John Wick 4 if you haven't seen it. I don't think I really have anything else, dude. We covered most of the things. I think that's about it.
All right, well, do your thing.
All right, well, thanks for listening, everybody. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll catch you on the next podcast. Like we've said 10 times in this pod, make sure to go visit some theaters. They need some help. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back after a week off because Ma Hinshaw is a world traveler. She was out partying, drinking, doing the drugs, all those other fun things last week. We are now on episode number 7 of Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies. We'll see how well she's feeling today, up to talking about not just one movie, but possibly 2 movies, since she missed last week's review of John Wick Chapter 4. Joining me from my sister's bedroom, Ma Hinshaw.
Welcome, everyone. I am here, and I don't have a margarita in my hand right now.
The day is still young. The day is still young.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, Ma, so you skipped last week. Why could you not be on the podcast last week? Is it because you hate me?
No, I think I was traveling, but it's a blur.
That's the effect of having several margaritas before noon.
Oh, yeah, and I have big ones sometimes. Wow.
So you missed John Wick Chapter 4. Do you want to talk about John Wick Chapter 4 real quick?
Real quick, I loved that movie. It was really great. I so much blood and so much shooting, and I loved watching people fall down a bunch of stairs. It was phenomenal. I recommend everybody go see it.
Okay, but how many reels? Not reels. See, okay, you're just saying everybody go see it. Do you like this one better than the other 3 John Wicks?
Yes, I do. I really do. And I mean, the first one was very good, but this one was an absolute blast. And the car chases, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to give that away, but it was fun. It was a fun movie.
Well, Mom, our podcast has been out for a while. The movie's been out for a while. What was fun about the car chases that you're afraid to talk about?
Oh, it's just crazy. They keep driving around in circles and changing directions, which is a hoot when you're driving around in circles. I mean, it was just a real crazy car race. It was great.
What was your favorite part of John Wick Chapter 4?
Okay, I really had fun with the stair episode where he's killing all these guys as he's trying to get up the stairs to go do the duel, and he gets clear up there after wiping out a lot of people, and then he falls all the way down the stairs, and knowing that he does his own work and everything, he was the one that fell, I gather, and it was just unbelievable. I couldn't help it. It was just funny and ridiculous, and I hope he didn't hurt his back.
Well, I'm sure he had several stunt doubles, Mom.
You do think he did? Oh, all right.
I would hope so, but who knows? Maybe Keanu Reeves is trying to be like Tom Cruise and do all of his own stunts. Who knows?
Well, I thought he did try and do all of his own stunts, but if he did, wow, he's in good shape for 58.
I don't know if he does all his stunts. He does all his shooting, but I don't know if he does all his stunts.
Oh, okay, good. I hope he had a stunt double because that looked painful.
So, okay, how many cookies do you give John Wick Chapter 4?
I give it a 5.
So, the perfect score for John Wick Chapter 4. You really liked it better than the original?
I did.
Interesting. Okay.
It was very fun.
Okay.
End of quote.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
So, on to this week's film. We did Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Let me guess, you're going to give this one a perfect score too. You loved it. It was the best movie ever, right?
No, I have some qualms about it.
Is it because the Dungeons and Dragons is satanic and you didn't let me play when I was a kid?
No, I was very surprised. I mean, okay, so there was sorcery and all that stuff. No big deal. But no, I thought I liked it. I thought it was very good. But some of the acting was a little bit, not real exciting. But the girl, I can't remember the name of the gal that played the evil one. She was fantastic, and I really liked her. I thought she was very good. And I liked Fritz, too. I mean, he was good, but it was amazing. I guess it's all, well, it had to be CGI, but I thought that, I can't say anything, but it was really wild. And there were monsters. I won't say what, where, when, and how, but they were great. And I thought it was a very good movie. And I would recommend people going to see that too.
How much nudity was in it?
No, not anything that I noticed.
Were you disappointed that there was no nudity?
I was, yes. But, oh well, we can't have everything.
Would you recommend everyone to go see it in the theaters, or should they wait and watch it at home?
You have to go see it in the theaters because of this. Oh, you just have to. There's awesome stuff, like great visuals of bombs and mazes and all sorts of things that you should go to the movie to see this. Yes.
Well, it is a movie. You mean go to the theater?
Yeah, go to the theater. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anything else you want to add about Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves?
Oh, I just loved the creatures. They were so...
Which creature was your favorite then?
Okay, I don't know. I'm going to say it anyway. I love the dragon.
The fat dragon?
Oh, looked like wood to me almost. It was just crazy. It was a crazy dragon, and it was awesome.
Yeah, the fat dragon, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There were other dragons in it, but
I know, but
that was the big one.
Yes, yeah, that was the biggie, the main one, and I also loved how the apple grew. Oh, that's giving away more stuff. Dad,
how the apple grew? What do you mean?
There was an apple that they planted in the soil, and it grew into a big tree.
I don't remember that part at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
They were in it was in the baseball stadium. It was a hoot.
Baseball stadium?
Yeah.
The hell are you talking about, baseball stadium?
Yeah, well. Okay, go watch the movie again then. Thank you.
I don't remember. There was no baseball stadium in this movie. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, okay, folks, you go and you tell me if there was, because there was.
I think you must have fallen asleep and you were dreaming that whole scene.
Well, maybe I had too many margaritas. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, so fine. Back on topic. How many cookies do you give Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves?
All right, I will give it a 4 because some of the acting was kind of corny. There. Oh, and Hugh Grant was in it too, which was interesting. Was
he better or worse than his other villain role we've witnessed this year?
I liked this part. I thought he was better in this one. Mm-hmm.
You thought he was more fun in this one, or just better?
Yes, fun, more fun. Mm-hmm.
Okay, the other one he was too serious.
Yeah, he was just kind of, I don't know.
I think he was a better villain in the other one because it's a lot more of a interesting villain storyline. This one, he's more of a pawn of the true villain.
Well, that's true. He is. But I don't know. I still liked him in this one better. I don't know why. Because I'm old, probably. That's it. There you go.
Do you wish you saw Hugh Grant naked?
Well, that would be nice, but didn't happen.
Oh, Jesus, mother.
Okay.
So 4 out of 5 reels or cookies for this one.
Right.
Perfect score for John Wick. What about next week's film? We're talking about Air.
I'm going to Air. Hopefully, if everything goes right and the baby doesn't cry, wait a minute, we'll go to the movie tomorrow and see Air. And I'm looking forward to it.
With Frankie Lala?
Yes, with my dear son-in-law.
Well, good. That'll get him out of the house and
Yes.
keep him out of trouble.
Yes.
All right. Anything else you want to add for your listeners, Mom?
Just go. These have been fun movies and you should go to them all.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Go to the movies. That's what we keep saying. We said it many times in Mike and I's podcast. Ma Hinshaw said it here. We need to support these movie theaters if we want to keep them open, and we want to keep going because people are not going back to the theaters like they really hope they would have. John Wick 4 has brought people back. The big blockbusters have brought people back, but this is a blockbuster. It's not as big as the other two, but still go and check out these big blockbuster, huge set piece kind of films in the theaters because it helps. Just go to the theater if you can. Try and go to the theater a couple times a month. That little bit helps.
Help them out, people. Go for it.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening to Ma Hinshaw Loses Her Cookies, episode number 7. Maybe we'll talk to you next week. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends if Ma's up for it or not. So thanks everybody for listening. We will chat with you later.
Bye.